It's a Sunday, January 4th, I think it is. We are headed to the gym. Gonna get in a very early gym session. Early for me, anyway. I don't want to. I haven't been up at, 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning in a very long time. We're gonna hit it. Got a fairly busy day in front of me. Fairly busy week. This will be an interesting week. This will be a very interesting week to vlog. I have a short shoot on Monday, obviously the content week, and then over the course of the weekend, I am making a trip to Florida to do some shooting. It has been a long time since I've been on a plane, a long time since I have been that far south of the United States, and it'll be my first time actually traveling with like my professional camera and everything, so it's going to be an interesting experience for me. So I'll obviously take you along for that, but for now, it's been a while since we've been to the gym, so let's go get away. Let's frame this up right. What's up, YouTube? We are taking a trip. And I'm going to do my best to attempt to vlog this whole thing and bring you guys along for it. So, headed to Florida, headed to Orlando. Got a job down there. Got some fun stuff we're going to do. So, bring you guys along for the ride, get what I can, because obviously some stuff I can't show you guys. But, yeah. Let's go for a plane trip. Oh, holy cow. It has been a long travel day. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Just ate a little bit. And everybody's getting settled in to the Airbnb, which is really nice. This place is really nice. Yeah, I tried to get footage as we were going, but it was a fairly long plane ride and being late and everything. I'm already feeling it, so it's probably about time for me to turn in, but solid day one of this trip. It's weird going from Wisconsin to Florida. Actually stepping outside of the Orlando airport and having the humidity hit me was, oh my gosh, I forgot what humidity felt like. It gets bad in the Midwest every once in a while, but it's not the same. So yeah, that was interesting. But we got a whole day ahead of us tomorrow, and see what it has for us. Just recorded the last sound. Pretty cool. Been a very cool adventure, this film. Feels pretty cool to start a year like this. That's for sure. It's really cool. Get some more shots for you guys. I'll have more thoughts later. It's nice. I know I haven't done a really great job of getting a lot of footage of the trip necessarily. Some of it's been moving really fast, and obviously I got to make sure I do the job part of it and that I'm ready to do things. One of the days was Magic Kingdom at Disney World, and I'm not about to get copyright struck for that. It's been a really nice trip. It's been work, but it's been fun too. And I was telling everyone that I'm on the trip with that I'm remembering why when I was a lot younger, I really was like dead set on making it to the coast, like the southern coast of the U.S. and living there, because it's so nice. It's so nice, and it definitely, I don't know, I feel like I can breathe easier, and despite me not always going outside, because I mean obviously there's something about the pace of it that feels right. So obviously cost of living, whatever, but I don't know if it's even in the cards for me necessarily, and that's okay. For now, everything's good. For now, in this moment, everything feels good. Well, this is going to be a massive departure from my last video. What's up, everybody? Hi. Hello. What the fuck? I'm back in the north. Yeah, I am, 3 days removed? I got back Sunday night, so it's Wednesday morning. Yeah, not even 3 days removed. My sinuses were messing with me so bad the past 2 days. I wasn't even in Wisconsin for a half hour, and then just, my sinuses were off. So be it. It's fine. Finally got the motivation to like really actually go to the gym, and of course it's snowing again, because of course it is. So we're gonna deal with some snow. We're gonna go to the gym. Yeah, just another day. Just another day in the life of casual. Yeah, new day, new me. I guess new me. Still not the greatest at getting clips. I'm trying to get better at that. We're gonna keep getting better at that. Just like we're gonna keep getting better at going to the gym. Just where I'm headed at the current moment. These clips at a certain point just aren't gonna make any sense, I guess. Kind of in a way my life doesn't make sense. It makes sense in that it doesn't make sense. At least to me anyway. I don't normally have this quiet a moment. I don't normally have a moment to just sit and think. I haven't for a while. At least not when I'm like a moment where I'm like actually awake and not like trying to force myself to sleep. Sitting here after a D&D session with my friends. It was a lot of fun. Like, it was so much fun. It really was. It really was. And it feels good to be in that kind of headspace, making a world again and telling stories and kind of in flow of thinking. Especially now, I'm realizing it's a lot of what I do is tell a lot of different stories, and I don't know if I always do a good job of telling mine or sharing mine, but I don't know if I know how to tell my own story. And maybe that's the crux of this. Maybe that's why I need to do this. Maybe that's why I need to do more vlogging and talk to the camera more and talk to you all more. Because if I'm telling all of these other stories, and if I'm really good at telling all of these other stories, how am I not good at telling mine? How am I not good at sharing what I do or sharing who I am as a person? And not to say like a story has to have value in a time where real is worth so much, and like not even necessarily in a capitalist sense where it's like, hey, my story is worth so much money, or like I get so many views because, you know, my story is worth so much because I have such a big audience, or whatever it might be. I feel like there's a connection piece to it. I feel like there's value and comfort in being real and being genuine and seeing all of these other people doing all of these other things, even if it's just a check on, hey, you're still sane, you're still here, and you still matter as a person, even though it might feel like you've been reduced to numbers or a screen name or whatever it might be. And I know that feels rich coming from somebody who's on the other side of the camera. Like, to break the illusion, I'm looking at a lens right now. But as a storyteller, in my mind, I feel like I'm looking at all of you. I feel like I am genuinely looking at all of you as if you were sitting on the other side of all of this. And I know that what you have right here is a screen. Whatever the screen might be, whenever it might be. But it does feel like, in a way, I am talking to you as if you were beyond this screen looking back at me, and I'm not sure what the message is. Again, I don't feel like I am the best at telling my story, but maybe that's where we start. Maybe that's where we start is, I don't know how to tell my own story. I don't know what my story is a lot of the time. Unlike the D&D campaigns or the other little things that I've written, or writing a movie script, or, you know, sharing an experience with somebody after it's done. You know what the story is. You have ideas of what the story is. Even in something like, again, a D&D game, a role-playing game, there are beats, there are little bits and things like that, but life happens not in story beats, it happens in heartbeats. And that's so different. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's where we start. Start at the beginning of it. And I'm not quite sure how these are all gonna look. I don't know. I just want to do cool stuff. I want to do cool shit. I want to share stories. I want to capture stories. Not even just mine, other people that I interact with, other people I see. There's so many interesting people out there, but I guess that's it. So I don't know until I'm doing it. I've never been one of those people that has really fully understood what they were doing at all times. A lot of times I'm one of those people where I only truly know what I'm doing when I'm kind of already in it. So maybe that's what this is. That first heartbeat, that second heartbeat is me just getting out there and doing things. Finding the right words can be so hard sometimes. Like, to get good at language, you have to practice it. To get good at anything, like really get good at it, you will have to practice it. So why not practice this? Oh my gosh, I feel like I have done so many takes of trying to say something, and I don't even know quite what I want to say yet. Trying to put the cart before the horse, or whatever analogy you want to use for it. I guess let's see what this year has in store for us. I guess let's see what tomorrow has in store for us and all of that. And I hope, whether you feel like you need a brief respite, or you need some motivation, or you need a little bit of hope, I guess, one, continue tuning in, and two, just know that if you're continuing on and pushing forward, even if it's just me in this little box, then I'm proud of you. Proud of you for continuing to put moment together with the next moment, the next moment, the next moment. Because we all don't really know what we have in store. There's a lot of things that it could be. So I guess let's go figure out what those things are together. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's start there.
Yeah, definitely got an interesting one this morning. Obviously a few days later. I actually don't remember where the last clip was. I have no idea. Oh, I remember. We were talking about trying to... I remember now. We were trying to... I was talking about... I remember now. I was talking about trying to figure out a way to and how to tell my story. So weirdly fitting that this one of these first parts of this story, I am actually in the process right now of heading to my first house. It's a bit of a drive. It's going to take me, the there and back is going to take me most of the day. But I am in the process of getting some last few items that I had stored at that old house and getting it ready to sell. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm sure I'll have a lot of thoughts. I already have a lot of emotions about it. It's weird. It's weird, but yeah, I already have a lot of emotions about it. There's a lot of emotions about it. And I don't know how to put them all into words, but we're getting there. But yeah, time to do some driving. So, I'm just around the corner. Just around the corner, I took a moment. Just around the corner from my old house. It's really weird. There's a lot that's changed. It's been at least... Yeah, it's at least 2.5 years. It's like getting close to 3 years since I've been here. And it's weird. It's cool to see so much stuff change. Because obviously, you know, you still want things to change. You still want things to continue to... Ugh. You still want to see progress. But it's interesting to look back and see how much has changed. And then think about how much I've changed. A lot of emotions. It's a lot of emotions. But yeah. All right, time to go get some stuff. So, obviously, this is not the same place, not the same outfit. It's a few days later, actually. I did a terrible job of actually getting footage after stopping at that old house. Mostly because I just needed a moment. Really, I needed more of a moment than I thought I was going to need. Really, I needed more of a moment than I thought I was gonna need. And that's okay, because grief comes at weird times and in weird situations. And even if you know that you're doing better or you're in a better situation, grief can just happen. So, needed a moment to process all of that, but we got to process. We're doing good. It's a few days later. I finally have the motivation and I'm finally on my way to the gym again. So for this vlog specifically, this is where I'm going to end it. So that way you have an idea of what my January and February looked like. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe, so that way you can get more of these in the future. If you have any questions for me or anything, definitely drop them down there in the comments section, especially. So that way I can answer some questions, have stuff to answer. Maybe that's a fun thing that we can do. I don't really know. I'm still figuring this out just the same as you are. But that is how we're going to do this, and that's how we're going to start this. That's how we're going to start telling. That's how we're going to start telling our story. So that's what we're going to do. As I always say at the end of streams, and as I will always tell you, my beautiful YouTube audience, Be good to yourselves, be good to others, and I'll catch you next time.